started writing it last month. Yeah, I was doing an exhibition, a Black History Month exhibition, and a sister came, and it was like another one of my sisters who was kind of reaching nearly 40, was beginning to get concerned that she'd left it too late to have start a family while she was waiting for Mr. Right. And I wanted to write something for my sisters, really, to help them meet their soulmate, attract their soulmate and get the ring on their finger. So does anybody here believe that you can only have one soulmate in life? No? That's good. Because I did explain in the book that yes, it is possible to have more than one soulmate, and that people come into your life, so relationships are there to help you to grow and to develop. But if you're in a relationship that's stagnant and it's holding you back from growing as an individual, that's not actually a healthy relationship to be in. So I explained what inspired me to write this book. And then I talked about soulmates. What is a soulmate? Does anybody answer that question? There's a part in the book which talks about the women allowing the men to be the men in the relationship.
It's my opinion of letting a man be a man, and someone else's opinion of letting a man be a man and being completely different. So what I'm saying is, are we judging it by a stereotypical point of view? Are we judging it by society's point of view? What society would we judge it by?
The response the brother gave is a reasonable one. That's one of the reasons why sometimes sisters can carry themselves in a wrong way, make the wrong choices. But there are many types of other abuses that the young sisters experience in the family from young, which causes them not to be able to know how to make the right choices. Some of it is that their self-esteem.
I think it's very, very important is having a relationship with yourself. A self-relationship. That means, knowing and loving yourself, being a friend to yourself. And once you have that, you will attract so many lovely men, because this is what, once you have that inside of you, mamma mia, okay?
As a matter of fact, it stimulates me on every level in such a way that, it just takes it to a completely different level. It's like in the stratosphere. So it's that connection that you have immediately where you've been through particular things and you know and you feel. That's the first thing. So that's that spiritual connection. The next thing is a reflection of myself. So she's bringing to me what is going to accomplish.
Coming from an African's perspective, the advice I would give to the empresses of today is to first understand the concept of marriage and look at it beyond a ceremony of being in a church, wearing a long white wedding dress and signing so-called legal documents. Marriage is and should be a spiritual bond between the two sexes. As an African man, I think that a spiritual bond between someone you wish to share the rest of your life with is more important and meaningful than trying to follow the Western society tradition. We don't need to.
But if we do a bit of research on what a marriage license is, it's a contract between you and the state. It's nothing to do with building communities or civilizations. We miss the point when we go forward, sign the contract in front of everybody. We forget the point. It's to build a household, a family, a community, and a civilization. Forget the piece of paper that you sign. Think about the spiritual aspect.
As we value it, as much as we see it as the most important part of the contract, I think it's the smallest handcuff ever created by the white man.
Walk away from a relationship and not bother about how rent's going to be paid or the roof over the children's head. If you're married, you can't do that. People do get divorced. I'm divorced. But I'm still in a committed relationship with my children and their father.
The notion that black sisters dream of marrying a good black man, in my opinion, is a flawed concept. Firstly, it presupposes that black men are somehow bad. And secondly, that most sisters just want to marry and settle down to some blissful happy ever after. The truth is that sisters want what is similar to most other ethnic groups, and that is a partner to be faithful, as well as to be able to protect and provide. And by the latter, I mean add into the pot, as most sisters nowadays can happily provide for themselves. The problem is, if there is one of compatibility.
All the professionals said that there are three main ingredients that form any relationship, be it marital or non-marital. Three main ingredients. First one is communication. Lay your cards on the table first. Talk, communicate, get to know the individual. 6 months. Understand? Second on the list, vital point, economy. Make sure you have enough economy, enough money, smooth oil to run this whole project.
Being here, look, amongst all of us, right, and even down to the cameraman, I think mediums like this is what is needed